Give thanks. Give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. Bliss. Yeah, man. When I really said bless, be less. We just said bliss, be bliss. Yeah, man. Bliss. Yeah, man. And you can look at the definition ordinarily, and it's positive. You can look up the definition even legally. You got to say it positive. So we say bliss. I must say salute. My colleague. My good brother. Yeah, man. This is my Indian blood brother. Joel Jagwasi. Yeah, man. And we can say that because of the trad. And it's a spiritual trad. And this is how I connect with the ones them out there. On a spiritual level. On a spiritual plane. A much higher plane than the one where most people is aware of. Yeah, man. So my brethren share some sentiment in our group chat and it literally move I. Yeah, man. Spiritually, to my soul, to the core, because me I say give thanks. If it's only one man can stand up and acknowledge and say, yeah, man, salute King, then me nah can't complain. If it's only one, it's more than when I say most are going without that. Yeah, man. So it's a thing where you would call humbling. Yeah, man. I'm really have to say gratitude. Gratitude. Complete. Gratitude. My honor. Yeah, man. The honor is all mine. Because when you get a chance to do some things and express yourself, that is you. But when you are able to demonstrate some things and share it with others, where others can so choose to express themselves, then that's when you say give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. You have planted the seed, and the seed can naturally be nurtured and grow. I'm going to share this thing with the earth. Because I don't think my good brother go really mind. Yeah, man. Salute. Salute. Salute every single time. I one thing I know. A few people bold enough if you can step up and acknowledge certain things. Very few people can do that. Most people will know, say, boy, yeah, see it there, and them either hide from it or them hide it. You know what I mean? Or them try to usurp it, but them now go point it to others. Them now go say, see truth there, that's how me I get it from them. Yeah, them try do everything enough for them power to see if them can claim some kind of glory. When the Most High say, "Him honor and him glory, you will never share with another." Go looking at Isaiah. So a step by step, you know, a step by step, man. Joel Jaguar, talk to them.
Greetings to the Ahuuak Indian nation in America. Salute, Nestorian King, free man. Salute, may I tell you, you know, I had a day that read with me baby mother, you know, and so me keep on put her on point. She keep on ask me, who is this brother to me? Because they've never see me go on so or make anybody see him so important. I mean, I said, why? That man is like my mentor, you know, a father to me, you know, a brother, a friend, you know. And the beauty about it is that I have never seen the man physically. And yet, this man, you know, with the spirit we have, may I tell you, my apologies, car just come in, tear for my chain and stuff. But, you know, basically what I say is, why, may I tell you, it's just the energy, you know, it's just the energy, I may I tell you, why, I don't want to sound too bad, but I don't know if I probably young with my daughter, really and truly. If I see my daughter, or when I see my daughter, I'll get this excited. But I tell you, I've never seen this man physically. And I tell you, it's like, why, the love of me have to may I tell you, yeah, boy. Salute me king, salute me king, salute me king, salute me general, salute free people, salute our Indian nation.
Ali. Joel Jaguar say, my Lord, complete respect with power, my honor, my king, my honor. The very same sentiment that I share, or the very same sentiment I share, and even more so, try to stress me out even more so I worry about the ones them out there. But it's just the ones them when I really know. And the ones that I know how it affect I when I, you know, we hold some energy and then only if you see the ones them have different, you know, not even point of view, but different agenda totally. I remember a brethren like Eva, Dynasty, Kafira. I see him with a whole heap of energy, and when them man they tell me, say, boy, you know, them afraid. Them I got this and me, I say, I want to keep them think that disappointed. And it's now different with some of these sisters when you know, you pour out a whole heap of energy in a for them direction. You know what I mean? And I do your very best according to, you know, the information where you keep and I learn and I share. And then people just turn away. Them now stand up in the fire. Them get afraid. I remember even Yogi D. The man go in a court one time and make a judge Tell him in I quote say, in the judge is law. And me I said they didn't ask the judge if he's God Almighty. And if he's God Almighty, prove it. Which judge will ever say anything like that unless them discover say you're afraid or you don't have knowledge? But the only way them play with you like that. The moment they invoke them out of office is a whole different ball game, because them now comprehend say you do a whole heap of things probably behind the scenes. And you may be recording everything. You may just be recording everything. So when I see a man like the eye Jaguar come forward, and I always talk about when I know the man personally, because the eye link in the group chat from about 2017, that's when we helped roll with Darkman X. So I know the eye from a taller time. But it's like a couple of years ago now, we really get personal with the eye, them have them kind of access, yeah. And the eye have an energy and a fire where you have to yourself, make go easy, and the eye correct himself. The eye was never a bookman for you talk about, you know, me I do all of these things. And the eye right now can demonstrate a lot more, you know, say, positivity, a lot more knowledge, experience, more so than most of the so-called teachers then, what they on YouTube. Yeah, yes, you Jaguar surpass most of the YouTubers them are out there talk this kind of talk. You surpass them. Why? Because you have the experience and you live it. Many others out there are disingenuous. This is why I'm an honor you, Joel Jaguar, say. Because you see truth and acknowledge truth and recognize truth and move with truth. And irrespective of all of the things that were going in your own personal, here you are. And I never not easy road, because them really I got test you and shake you up to see how firm you really did. And you have stand the test. Yeah, man. So my brethren, what you say, man? The very same sentiment, my lord. The very same. Yeah, man. Yeah, they're not different. Put it this way. The item is an extension of I, bloodline. This is how I view the ones them. I just not tell the ones them in a this kind of way. And I always leave room for the disappointment for when people choose say, yeah, we're not interested in this thing and gone them own way. We leave room for them disappointment there. However, it is still disappointing. And this is why we try to remove ourselves from evil. You know, I get involved with people. We don't want to go no far because people just not genuine. They're just not. I tell us our art, we as man, we have some art we're evil. All when we know the good, we rather carry the good go somewhere else, opposed to where you get the good from. It's like people were there and learn some things but them never hear before and go elsewhere, go improve. People will hear some things but them not know exist. People have access to a man like me where do certain things. Yet, you think them are going to say, boy, yeah, I'll make sure so that money is secure, you know. No, them are going to say, that man, they are right. And run, go over some other places. And to impress people, you say them are going with beer and you're not free. Whatever them are learn over there, now going to really set them free. All they're going to do is have them a play in a commerce until them end up in a prison. Because most of it a trap. Most of who is out there in the YouTube arena are agents. You understand? And for me, not for them obvious. It's just for the ones them, you know, because you're so distracted. Joel Jaguar, you're way above all of who you see out there in the YouTube. Because when you can stand up and say you're a free man, right now in a non-talking, even all of those authorities. This is why when them see you in your automobile or move through, them just salute you, and them bother want nothing to do with you. Because by law and nature, when them a deal with your contract, your fee schedule is there. And the very same fee schedule I have right here, and the very same fee schedule will apply to you right here. And I know these things, but just don't want to open up nothing where everybody and all kind of people are running. I'm not interested in that. People better arm themselves with knowledge. People should be able to speak for themselves. No, I come talk for people. No, we empower you so you can stand up and present yourself. You do not need no representation. All you supposed to represent must that legal entity. And that is after you have created what is known as a separation of entity. And a them thing a Jaguar know, and Jaguar know it, and still a learn. Once upon a time, you could have fooled him. You just write on paper and say, yeah. You get me? And if him trust you, him just work with your thing. But when him come know me, him start read for himself and write for himself and come up with him own ideas. So, you understand? And him now got challenge when me I say, see it, yeah. It's like when I say, see a document, yeah. Settle this thing and it's over. And that man never questioned my document. Tell me, say, him I got to go rearrange my document. He never done none of that. The man just say, all right, my king. And just fix the document according to field situation and place it in the court. And even then, them still did not play games. Why? Only because they never wait until the court date. That's all. So you have a more formal record of the whole thing, but we still have record of it. And the moment we put it on YouTube and it's out there, and them start looking to it and say, oops, make believe these people alone. That's all it is. And us, the YouTubers we see out there with them all of the for them fanciness, it's not that. And those YouTubers, if them to talk the truth, will talk the truth and say, well, you know, I still have my lies around here, so I'm still attached around it. They'll tell you that mess. But because of business, most will never admit it. But truth is supreme. And we salute the eye. Yeah, man. Joel Jaguar say, free man. Free man. Yeah, man. Honorable man. Righteous man. Yeah, man. And we have quite a few more ones here. Quite a few more. We have take time met their stands. So complete respect with honor, my king. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Same way, my king. Same way, my king. Heart of love. Because we're not short of love. And enough money, gold or silver, buy this love. It's natural. Yeah, man, it's natural. As just people, true, them not know love, you know. Them a come with lust. And I look for lust in return. And I ignore natural love. Salute, my king. Yeah, man. Salute, my king. Straight across the board. Yeah, man. Heart of love. Heart of love, my king. Same way, Joel Jaguar say. And as we go along, I saw you're going to find others make similar kind of gesture, similar kind of testimony, similar kind of statement, and keep it simple. Because a free will, that's a process, a free will expression. And this is why I say there's many levels to this thing, no different from spirituality. There's many levels to these things. No different from the Freemasonic construct. Many levels to it. Them have organization, them create sub-branches of these organizations, what them call lodges. No different from the Rasta movement where them have a little location as them head and then them have many branches all over the world. Freemasonic type of program, when I say it bad. We probably can share information where even explain the Freemasonic agenda from a different perspective or point of view. Because this is why we're here, you know, for shine light on information. Remember, you know, we're not there for views and likes. You know what I mean? We're not there say, boy, we are have any kind of political advocacy. Our only advocacy is freedom, freedom in and freedom in. That's it. Non-political, non-negotiable. And we know so there's an organization in everywhere and everything. This is why we create our own society as such. Separate on this thing. Salute. Like I play that tape here and they are them go and beat that information here.
Who this group are and what they actually do. To begin with, Freemasons are simply a fraternity organized into lodges around the world. They focus their efforts on the moral cultivation of members of the club. This goal is achieved through initiations and rituals, with the individual over time moving up ranks called degrees. These degrees can vary between lodges, but the Freemasons started with 3 degrees. Luckily for us, ritual origins and meanings are discussed in detail in Freemason literature available for public consumption. In fact, what might surprise you is that for a so-called secret society, many of their rituals, doctrines, and day-to-day ongoings are not actually secret at all. Masonry publications go back to the 18th century and continue openly to this day. Periodicals, magazines, books, websites, and so much more open media are put out by Freemasons for other Freemasons and the general public. Of course, our obvious overlords could make up anything, so even if you do not want to take their word for it, we have primary sources and ritual objects recovered from anti-Masonry purges by various regimes to attempt to verify the public stories. Combined, all these publications and the surviving post-Cold War references are great sources for academic Freemasonry studies. So, what do we know for sure? While conspiracy theories and the Freemasons' own founding myths place them at a much earlier point in history, the first lodge was probably founded in the 1710s. We don't know when exactly, but internal Masonry sources claim the Grand Lodge of London and Westminster was the original. The first Freemasons gathered in pubs, cafes, and other public establishments, and even later named their lodges after these locations. As to what they got up to, the first Freemasons discussed the evolving philosophies and scientific discoveries ushered in during the Enlightenment, among many other similar things. The Grand Lodge of London and Westminster was the superior lodge during the early era. By the mid-18th century, Freemasonry was widespread all over Europe. In lockstep of this spread was this so-called secret society's not-so-secret practice of widespread Freemason publications, including such well-publicized works meant to elucidate rules and rituals for Freemasons, like their Constitution in 1723 and explanations of rituals in 1730. Both publications helped many prospective members understand Freemasonry before trying to join on, though even in the early days these publications were used by its opponents to attack them. While this late dating might surprise many, the Freemasons drew on older Masonry guilds and fraternities in various ways. Most personally, in medieval times, these guilds took care of skilled workers who cut designs into stone rather than laying stones. In the Renaissance, with the flourishing Hellenic philosophy and architecture, the guilds evolved to incorporate classical and philosophical elements as their craft evolved. The Renaissance also saw a flourishing of esotericism in Europe, a form of spirituality that includes striving for spiritual knowledge on an individual level. Jewish Kabbalah, which included mystical readings of the Hebrew Bible, became Christianized in Renaissance circles. Other esoteric currents important in the founding of Freemasonry included the Hermetic tradition stemming from Gnosticism and Rosicrucian fraternities based on a stream of esoteric Christianity. These fraternities and circles allowed laymen access to a form of Christian mysticism that would be hard to obtain outside of monastic orders. Eventually, non-operative members, meaning non-Masons, would join the Masonry guilds to discuss Hellenic and esoteric currents until we had the fraternal organization the Freemasons would grow out of in the early 18th century. All this said, Freemasons allege a much earlier history for themselves, with ties to biblical events influenced by Christian Kabbalah. They see
all of them information are they out there. Them can find it and get access and take them time, people. And this is why we don't have a problem, you know. I tell some ones out there say, watch on a speech. Because we not function on the same level. And where I think I know, when I have a problem, I put it to the side, humbling myself so I can be totally receptive to learning. And have them problem there. And have them ego issues there. It's never a macho thing for us. It's just truth, our compass. And we make truth our guide. And we exercise with free will to choose to be free. And this go for every man. This is what we are bring forward. It's not a little private thing where we form our little group and others we in our group and we just keep our little group and that my depend. We create a society only naturally in order to protect ourselves, you know what I mean? And create an entity to interface with all other corporate entities out there. That's all it is. No laws have been broken here. Or just knowledge, because most people are institutionalized. So if it's not according to the institution's construct, then them not go really see it, you know what I mean, as legitimate, because them only know legalities. Them not have a clue about law. Them not have access to law. Only man and woman have access to law. Legal entities, juristic persons, personas are governed by policies. And if you don't have control over your persona or your legal entity or your juristic person, then naturally someone or something will have to take control. And them kind of clarity, yeah, we don't mind to bring forward. Them kind of simple clarity, yeah, basic, step by step. Not this complexity, not all of this, you know, corporate gibberish, where it's only a selected few initiates have access to, which they in turn monopolize and then hypothecate and monetize the very basic information, restrict it, and remove the access of that information from the common folk, from the plain folk. So you have to choose for, you know, look for the simplicity behind all of these complexities and work with the simplicity. Keep it simple. Yeah, man. The brave may fall, but never yield. And if one man can say, yeah, I'm free, then every man literally can do the very same thing. It's called setting precedent, people. Go look. Go take a look. Look at your history. It's called setting precedent. And it usually begins with just one man with that idea. No different from how we have the world passport right now. It was one man who decides to listen. I'm tired of this war. I'm tired of this division. One man did that. It wasn't a corporate entity. It wasn't an alien being. It was a man, one man. And it wasn't even a so-called black man that did it at the time. And this was recently. This was in the 1900s. So all throughout history, you can always find a set of people that choose to stand up and exercise their liberty, declare themselves free. Yeah, man, and dare anyone to challenge that claim or rebut that claim. We just chose to do it lawfully. And I, man, put it down on paper first and then stand on that paper. Let truth reign, though the heavens may fall. Yeah, man. We're going to look in the maxims and you're going to find all of them kind of things. What's first in time, it's truest. So these things, people, we have to say gratitude to the ones that will come before us, but give us this opportunity to actually learn. Right now, the information spoiled because we have too much people now who teach where need to go in class themselves. Always how you can be here teaching when you yourself need to go somewhere so you can learn. This is why I'll always be that student. I am that student. Totally and completely receptive to learning. But now let me say that people. But now I have a problem for change my perspective or my point of view once my sister boy it's flawed or it's fallacious or it's outside of what should be law. Now I have a problem, I make the correction, amending or adjust things. I move forward. Always I move forward. So most of you want to watch YouTube and follow some of these YouTubers and think that is where it is. No, it's in the people that have experience. It's the people that actually rise to this level and demonstrate that. Yeah, man, some way we might not be articulate enough to speak with a certain kind of eloquence that may impress others, but that it doesn't mean we're void of knowledge. It doesn't mean we're void of the information. So truth is supreme, let truth reign. This is what me I said. And when we say freedom, free dominion, free domain, we mean just that. If you challenge we and check we, you're going to say just that. The very system on its national base, database, are going to reflect just that. We're not lawbreakers here. And we cannot be illegal aliens nowhere. And them kind of basic truth here, we all dare. Our truth. Again, there's a document located in the de jure area of this island's record office, Jamaica. It's called the Superior Court of Record. Yeah, man, and it's there for anyone within the public domain to peruse, to inspect, to view. Why? because that is our law. These are what we call constructs, instruments, what we place out there as foundation. Yeah, it's our foundational document that declare our volition, that declare our intent. Yeah, man. And that is for the people and we claim to be Ahuuak Indians, the Aborigines, the American Indian, the originals, all, irrespective of your tribe, whatever tribal affiliation, then we are one. You have people where structure established a mouse, have them seal. It means that boy, you are now the authority. When you structure your documents a certain way, there is no other man on earth that is higher than you as the judge of your documents. You are the judge of your document. How you know? Because you cancel an adhesive stamp, making you the postmaster of those documents. These are basic information that we share. These are our applications. But when it's new, people have to learn and then adjust and rewrite their laws or their policies and make room for this truth. It's that simple, people. It's not about back and forth fighting and you run, go kill and die for a bunch of nothing at all. Wanna solve nothing. Political affair, trash. It's for people on the lower level. It's only lower level people delegate them authority to others and participate in political activity on that lower level. People choose, just like how people can choose to become aware and rise themselves up from that level, remove themselves from that mud. But it's a step-by-step process. Again, we're a mustard seed here. Complete gratitude for the two people we have viewed in this chat. And we say gratitude by extension to others who will catch up later. But truth is supreme. And we say freedom, free dominion, free domain. And we don't need no foreign colonial permission to express ourselves lawfully as being free. Yeah, man. Complete gratitude. Our people, free people, American Aborigines. This is who we are. And before I go, I have to say salute to the Aboriginal platforms out there. All of them. Yeah, man, from the Chief Kalanago, from the autochthonous one, Aboriginal Power, Chief Holiday. Yeah, man, from the Phoenix Moon, from the Darkmanex, American Ahuuaks, Copper Hot Step. There's a plethora of them, and a lot more I remember. A lot of them I not really know, I'm not familiar with, but I know all Aborigines, that community, those folk that are claiming to be the true Americans here, the original Americans here. We're not talking about Jared Taylor's group. Again, we're not talking about Jared Taylor's group. We just choose to go everywhere else and I try claim other people's place for themselves. Jared Taylor. I hear you, my king. And I say, give me one of them salam, you know, acknowledgement there. Yeah, man, but what's the gratitude? I'm not gonna touch based on any one of them tapes there, cause yeah, me always find your views interesting only through your different your side, gag and me gag. You know what I mean? So we don't have no issue. Complete gratitude, people. There is so much subliminal stuff going on out there. We got way over the common folks' head. That's why me are telling us on a better know on a lane, know on a level, know on a place. When me I deal with surpass Rastafari and Rastafari movement. What I'm doing, surpass that. Why? Because me I say sovereignty as man. Not no sovereignty as some organization, some artificial construct. No. It's as man first. And this is a sovereign state capacity as man. When other man have no jurisdiction. And I have to respect every man as such who so choose, who can demonstrate such capacity. And it's only when you as a free man demonstrate these things. This is the expression. Not a corporation. I represent you. And I tell you, say, this is what, no. So we have to arm ourselves with correct knowledge and take it step by step. Freedom, free dominion, free domain. Let truth reign. Though the heavens may fall. Remember, you know, when them say heaven, do the research. It's 3 heavens, them said out there. 3 of them. Yeah, man, it's plural. All knowledge is useful, you know, but there are levels to this thing. And my level are not necessarily your level. So let's, you know, go easy and see how we can coexist harmoniously. If not, when a mind decapitate someone out there verbally. You understand? Because this is what truth do. Truth easily decapitate you. Yeah, man. No different than how the lie can enslave you. I must say, shout out to the Steezy Store platform. Shout out, my king. Yeah, man, I get your notification. And yeah, at the time I'm patient, I not have to mess around, but I'm really aware of your work. Really aware of your work. And I have to probably try to reach out and touch base and chop it up privately with the eye to hear how free the eye is, or if the eye just do some business in a commerce. Because I know the eye is supposed to man enough. You can say, yeah, man, a business, you know. Or you can say, no, I'm afraid that's them thing I may do, and ones will compensate me for the work, and at them level there. This is how I want to associate myself with people. You understand? With some YouTuber where not too in the limelight, but I do them work. You understand? And if them link me, I can show them, said, you know, say, them thing I'm going to the court and do. And these are the documents I keep. And these are what I put on the public record. Total different from where you hear all these other commercial YouTube talking about. And then them we can do the same and say, oh, this is what I've done, and da. And you know, we compare notes. You don't have to pay me $1 for that. You get me? And I'm hoping me not have to find $500 to come try to talk to anybody out there. And if me has to talk to me free, then why should I pay any guy out there for any kind of conversation? I'll do without it. Really. This is my level. If me have to pay you for have a civil conversation on this level, then me I don't need to talk. I'll rather go talk to an attorney, because I'll know I'll be paying the enemy. But I ain't gonna pay no brother for no information where the brother feel bring it across freely. Like we all have counsel. And every man we have knowledge, bring forth them knowledge. And every man we have truth, bring forth them truth. And the people them will avoid those things. Stand down, but sit in a corner, learn. Avoid all the confusion. For the people them who deal with commerce and have them wares, we salute these things, we don't have no problem. We just know that that's where one thing is and we support it. Because I see a lot of gears out there where I'm going to need to start getting some of these gears. When you see me have my Aboriginal this and my ahuuakh that, and these are the things. My brethren have a little brand over there, me I wear my brethren brand. Dark man X have a brand, me I wear Dark man X Aboriginal brand. American Indian, American ahuuakhs have a brand, me I wear American ahuuakhs brand. You get me? Joel Jaguar have him own Joel Jaguar, me I wear Joel Jaguar brand. But look out there, our Tantanas one of them brand, we support these things. You understand? These brothers on the mainland, these sisters on the mainland, let's support these contents. Let's buy from Fidem store. I rather wear an Aboriginal t-shirt now. I'm going forward. This is how I'm going to structure. I rather say, yo, get me at least half dozen pack of them Aboriginal white shirts. Where I said this, where I said that. At some nigga start, you know what I mean? Deal with my thing. We have to start build one. All when I not agree with you from, yeah, say Aborigine and I know so you're authentic, then I support you. Make you get rich. Make you have all the money where you need till you turn fool and act silly with it. I don't have a problem with that. Let's start supporting our own. Bolinga, I deal with herbs. Bolinga, I deal with medicinal plants. I rather link Bolinga and order something. I care not if I have to pay an extra $10 or $20. I rather buy it from Bolinga and pay the extra $200 than get it from the Chinaman for 25 cents. You understand? We have to start support we own and about to watch the personal this and that. Yeah, man, we don't like them boy there, you know, but I feel them thing we are beat. We rather make them rich over there than make some foreign people when I have nothing to do with the community. At least when some of our brother them get some of our money, then we spend it right back in our community. Some party around the corner, them come back, come support it. And the money that's going to circulate in our community. And them thing that you have a little $25,000, you know, so the party around this or the round robin, you just got drop a $15,000 there. So. Because you know you're a round robin and you're a party, I come, and next man I come back, come drop 10 of them 15,000 for you. I don't think that. But once money get involved, something else happen to it. Bad mind set in and, you know, the distrust start and problem, and more problem. So, every man have to choose to stand up on them own 2 feet. Every tub have to go sit down on its own. It's not me I do it for you and you sit comfortably in your home with all of your fetish. You understand? While somebody else run risk for you. And I agree with them part there. And now if you pay for them kind of risk there, I don't want to know no money to pay for that. So I want to better arm myself with correct knowledge. The ones them will choose. And the ones them want to play that game where them are link other people behind people's back. Them are try to form them own networking. If I'm supposed to be the school master, sharing the information and teaching so-called, then it only makes sense for you direct your concerns and your questions to the schoolmaster. You understand? To the one where I share the information and have the experience where I apply whatever it is that I share. It not make no sense. You go try for contact a student such as yourself in order for elicit some form of better understanding. Because you can never gain comprehension that way. So people have to be mindful of them sideway activities. Because sometimes it's unbecoming. And where do it remove credibility from you? You understand? And promote or highlight that hidden agenda. They have to be careful around here. I would like to set free will, you know. And by our own actions or inactions, by our own omission or commission, this is how we shall be judged. I am no exception. This is how we shall be judged, people. So yeah, philosophical reasoning from the Nestorian king. Yeah, man, take it or leave it. But truth lies within. Truth derives from within. Yeah, man. Clean hands and pure heart. Step by step. Keep your personal affairs, your personal business to yourself. That's personal. We are not audacious enough to try to interfere. We not do that. But the moment you present yourself out here publicly, let truth reign. That's it. Complete gratitude. Complete gratitude. Yeah, man.